So recently I bought a new microphone, the Hyperx Quadcast S, and I'm going to give you guys a full review about this microphone and whether it's worth the buy or not. Now this whole video is going to be recorded by this microphone without any editing, just straight out of the box, and it's really important for you to watch this whole video if you want to buy this microphone, because I'm going to do some more testing with the audio edited and also with the different features that this microphone has. So without more to say, let's start with the video. So the first thing is going to be the unboxing. What's in the box for this microphone? It came with the microphone itself, of course, some instructions, and then the USB cable, of course, because if you don't have the USB cable, you won't be able to use this microphone basically. So nothing really crazy, but it didn't have to anyway. Now I want to talk about the design for this microphone. I think it really has a unique design with the RGB lights. I think it's one of the best, if not the best designed microphone. Now I've had some different microphones in my life and the design were pretty boring, like it was nothing that stand out. And this microphone, let me tell you, the color changing and the design overall, I think it's pretty nice. Now this is personal opinion, of course you can have your own opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this microphone design, but I think it's pretty nice. Now I'll talk about the different features that this microphone has, and they are called the polar patterns. It has 4 different features. The one that I'm using right now recording this video is the cardioid. This one is the best for podcast, streaming and voiceovers. Then we have the bidirectional. This one is more of a face-to-face interviews. So let's say you want to interview someone, you put the bidirectional option and then it's going to pick up audio from both sides. So that's really nice for different type of situations. Then you have the omnidirectional. This one is for a multi-person podcast and conference calls. So let's say there are 4 people in a room, you put the microphone in the middle and it's going to pick up audio from the 4 people. And lastly we have the stereo pattern. This one is for vocals and instruments. Now I'm going to test all of these patterns in a second after talking about the software, so don't worry about it. You will hear this microphone when it's edited and with the different patterns for you to see if it's worth it buy or not. I really think it's worth it buy because it's actually not that expensive in today's market. Of course you have some budget options like the Razer Siren Mini. That was my old microphone. I have a whole video around it that you can go ahead and watch in the top part of the screen if you're working with a tight budget, but you don't need a more expensive microphone than this one because then you're going to spend a lot of money and maybe it's not even worth it for your necessities. So unless you are a full-time streamer or content creator, then I don't think you should be spending $400 on a microphone. I think this one in terms of price performance is great for what it has, but again you will see every test in a second. Right now I'm going to talk about the software, the HyperX Genity. Now when you open it up, you have the audio option first, you have the microphone volume, the microphone monitoring, and then the headphone volume. You can edit those 3 options and you can see at the right you have the 4 different polar patterns. You can change it on this app, you have to change it on the microphone, and when you change it on the microphone it's going to show up on the app. So for example, if on the microphone I decide to switch the polar pattern, then it's going to show up on this app. It's really easy to do and it's really easy to use, and that is something that I really like, because if you're new to this microphone world, this software is going to make it really easy for you, so you don't have to worry about knowing anything. Then on the light section, you can actually change the effects for this microphone. You can also change the speed, the opacity, and you can change a bunch of things that I don't really like changing because I really like the default effect that it comes with it, the wave effect. It changes the color really smoothly, so I'm not going to change it, but you have 5 different effects to choose from. Then you have the speed, then you can change the color by yourself, and in the top right of the software you have the options where you can choose the brightness and how it looks when it's muted, which by the way it has a mute button on the top of the microphone. You just tap it and it's going to mute yourself, and you're going to notice that you're mute when the lights of the microphone are turned off. And then you have the light sync option, but you have to have more HyperX devices. For instance, I don't have one. I have a Logitech mouse, a Razer keyboard and a HyperX microphone right now, so I can't do that. But if you have like a HyperX keyboard or mouse, then you will be able to link these devices and sync the lights of these devices. So that's something really nice if you want to make everything look more clean. So now I'll show you the 4 different patterns, and at the end I'll show you how the audio sounds with the audio being edited. I edit these audios on Voice Meter It's a really simple program to use. Don't worry about it, you can download it. I'm not an expert on microphones either, and this program was really easy to learn. So you will have the link to the software and the voice meter as well down below in the description in case you decide to buy this microphone. And of course you will have the microphone link as well. So now I'll change the polar pattern for you to see what's the difference. I didn't try this before, so I'm not really sure how it's going to work out, but you let me know in the comments how this sounds. So now I'm using the bidirectional option, so I have my brother sitting right in front of me and he's going to talk as well. And because this is a face-to-face interview, I'm going to ask him one question. So what have you been doing these days?
Well, I've been reviewing some gaming PCs to help the channel grow, and also been studying a lot.
So that was the bidirectional option, and now I'm going to test the stereo option. This one, remember, is for vocals and instruments, so I'm not really going to be that great, and I'm definitely not going to sing anything, but let's see how my voice sounds. So right now I'm testing it. I don't know how different it's going to be, but you let me know guys if you found any differences. I'm going to speak about the channel a little bit in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do some Prebuilt PC videos. There are actually some good PCs out there on the market right now, so I'm going to talk about that. And then there are actually surprises coming to the channel, so make sure to stay tuned. And lastly, I'm going to test the omnidirectional option. Now, I don't have multiple people here, so I can't really test this option how it should be tested, but let's see if you find any differences on my voice. But remember, this is more of a multi-person podcast, so if you're going to use this option, at least make sure to have more people there. So this is what it sounds like. I'm testing it right now. I don't know if there's any difference, but like I said before, you let me know in the comment section if you find any differences. And now lastly, to end this video, I'm going to go for the default polar pattern, but it's going to be edited with voice meter, so I think it's going to sound a little bit better and it's going to make my voice a little bit more like lofi. So yeah, let's test it. Alright, so right now I'm using the voice meter. Like I said before, it's a little bit edited, so I think it's going to sound a little bit better. And I'm going to give you my conclusion on this microphone, and I talk about something that I forgot to talk about, and that is the volume for this microphone. You can actually change the volume on the microphone, so you don't have to go to Windows and to the control panel settings to change it. You can just change it from this microphone. So I'm going to change it really quick. Right now I have it on the lowest volume, but if I want, I can keep changing it. Now I'm changing it right now. You can hear me pretty loud probably right now, so lower down your headphones please. This is the loudest you can go, and now I come back to the lowest that you can go, which I think is the best volume for this channel and for me overall. So my conclusion is that this microphone is actually great. It has a lot of features, so if you're thinking of buying a microphone maybe for YouTube, for Discord calls, whatever you wanna buy a microphone for, this is going to be a great option. Of course, it's not a budget option, it's not that cheap, but again, for price performance, it's going to work great. So if you found this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe, but most importantly, hit the bell button so you get notified when I upload this type of content, which I do from 3 to 5 times a week. And there are a lot of new things coming to this channel, so make sure to stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.